Welcome back to another episode of Trendera X, where we deliver trending topics for trending times. What if the government told you to eat more bread? And that advice helped fuel one of the biggest health crises in modern history? For decades, we were warned that fat would kill us. So we cut the butter. We avoided eggs. We bought low-fat everything. Meanwhile, obesity tripled. Type 2 diabetes exploded. And now, some doctors are asking a dangerous question. Did the food pyramid backfire? Was the war on fat based on incomplete science? And did fear of fat quietly push us towards something worse, sugar and refined carbs? This isn't a conspiracy theory. It's a debate happening inside nutrition science right now. Let's unpack what really happened during the low-fat era and see if we've been blaming the wrong nutrient all along. For 30 years, we were told fat was the enemy, so we stopped eating butter. We bought low-fat snacks. We followed the food pyramid. And during that same time, obesity and type 2 diabetes exploded. Coincidence? Or did one of the biggest nutrition campaigns in history backfire? Let's talk about the food pyramid controversy. The advice that shaped a generation in 1992. The United States Department of Agriculture introduced the famous food pyramid. At the base, 6 to 11 servings of bread, cereal, rice, and pasta per day. At the top, fats and oils, used sparingly. The message was clear. Fat makes you fat. Fat clogs arteries. Fat is dangerous. This idea was heavily influenced by research from Ansel Keys, who linked saturated fat to heart disease. But critics later argued that the science was incomplete and possibly oversimplified. The low-fat craze that changed grocery stores, food companies moved quickly to meet the new demand. Suddenly, grocery shelves were flooded with low-fat cookies, low-fat ice cream, low-fat yogurt, low-fat everything. But here's what many people didn't realize. When fat is removed from food, something usually replaces it. And most of the time, that replacement is sugar and refined carbohydrates to restore flavor and texture. The result? Products that sounded healthier, but were often more processed. And while fat was making headlines, sugar quietly stayed in the background. Doctors like Robert Lustig later argued that sugar, not fat, may be one of the primary drivers of modern metabolic disease. So instead of eating fewer calories, many people ate more sugar. From the late 1970s through the 2000s, obesity rates surged, type 2 diabetes climbed, processed carbohydrate intake increased. Now let's be fair. Obesity is complex. It involves lifestyle, environment, ultra-processed foods, stress, sleep, and genetics. But critics argue the low-fat messaging may have unintentionally encouraged higher carb consumption, increased insulin spikes, reduced satiety, promoted constant snacking. If fat helps you feel full, and you remove it, what happens? You eat more. Fast forward to today. We now know that trans fats are dangerous. Unsaturated fats can protect heart health. Whole food fats are not the same as processed fats. And refined carbs can significantly impact blood sugar and insulin. In 2015, the USDA quietly replaced the food pyramid with MyPlate. Notice what disappeared? The demonization of fat. That shift speaks volumes. Was this a mistake? The food pyramid wasn't designed to make people sick. It was built on the best evidence available at the time. But nutrition science evolves. And when messaging becomes too simple, fat is bad. Carbs are good. It can lead to unintended consequences. The bigger issue may not have been fat avoidance. It may have been the explosion of ultra-processed, high-sugar foods marketed as healthy. Today, foods once feared, eggs, nuts, olive oil, full-fat yogurt, are widely accepted as part of a healthy diet. The conversation has shifted from low-fat is healthy to whole foods and metabolic balance matter more. That's a massive cultural reversal. Was the food pyramid solely responsible for obesity and diabetes? No, it was not, but it possibly contributed to a shift toward refined carbs and sugar-heavy, low-fat products. Many experts think it may have. The real lesson? Nutrition is never black and white, and oversimplified health messaging can shape entire generations. So, what do you think? Was the low-fat era a well-intentioned mistake, or one of the biggest nutrition missteps of the modern era? Como. And if you want more breakdowns of controversial health headlines, subscribe. Because sometimes the advice we trusted most deserves a second look. Subscribe to TrendEraX for trending health and business news that matters.